Blackberry is written and directed by Matt Johnson and stars Jay Baruchel, Glenn Howerton, and Matt Johnson. Blackberry is a film that follows the beginnings of the world's first smartphone as we meet Mike, an introverted tech guy who's co-CEO of RIM, Research in Motion, along with his friend Doug. After a pitch to build a smartphone, Jim agrees to co-CEO Research in Motion with them to build the phone that everybody had before the iPhone. Johnson's direction here is pretty stellar in many ways. The film instantly transports us back in time to the mid-90s with stellar production design, particularly in Research in Motion's office, that really captures computer culture back then before it was captured by the suits. Working on tech stuff when they feel like it, but spending more time as friends procrastinating and just making sure movie nights happen, watching iconic films like Raiders of the Lost Ark, for example. Hey, that's not a bad way to spend your time if you think about it, right?
It's lovely.
We see the old keyboards and computer screens, of course, and I really appreciated the handheld camera work here as well. Many snap zooms that really gave this a documentary style and feel. Jay McCarroll's synth-based score is also quite effective here. I particularly enjoyed the theme used whenever Mike and the team would come up with an idea. It all felt very authentic. Johnson and Baruchel are a fun duo on screen here together, with Johnson playing Doug exceptionally well here, who is quite outspoken, and Jay Baruchel is probably career best here as Mike, who's withdrawn but highly brilliant at innovating new tech concepts. But both of them are completely clueless in the corporate world, making them a fun duo to watch on screen as two guys who are completely out of their element. When Glenn Howerton enters the film and personifies the ruthless cutthroat world of corporate greed, the film then moves at a breakneck speed and mirrors exactly, I guess, how the tech industry moved back then to tap into the information age. And maybe in some ways that's something we really haven't come out of. It does feel very relevant watching all of this now. The film's third act shows the iPhone launch, and without any spoilers here as to how it all pans out, it's really fascinating to watch Blackberry's response to it. The stress shown between Mike as he struggles to find a way to innovate his product and keep up with the Apple tech giants, and the stress from Jim as he continues his shady business dealings and avoiding the authorities. Blackberry is at times quite humorous and at other times quite dramatic, and that can be a tricky balance for a film to ride between and both pull it off. Something a film like The Social Network, for example, does quite effortlessly. Here, Blackberry, I think, mostly pulls it off, though there are a couple of scenes here which did have me pondering whether something is for more of a comedic effect or a dramatic effect. For example, there's a scene with Michael Ironside who makes an offhanded remark about men and their privates to the team, and the scene closes with a close-up on a woman's face, and the editing choice here is just somewhat bizarre and quite confusing from a narrative perspective. But despite the odd couple of brief moments in the film, Blackberry is a pretty tight watch, and it has a lot to say about the brutal nature of being in corporate business and the corruptive effect it can have on people. But at the center of it all, what I really enjoyed here is Blackberry has a lot to say about friendship and the strain that can be placed on some friendships when they go into business together. I tell you, in a world of franchise giants dominating real estate at the movie theater, it was really nice to go and see a mid-tier budget movie that we don't get a lot of anymore. And we know that this film is not a tentpole movie setting up future sequels. There's no Blackberry 2 here. It's just a great standalone movie. Check it out.
And sometimes my dreams occur exactly as I dreamt them.
All right, let's go!
What's that from? Dune.
So guys, I enjoyed Blackberry. What did you think of it? If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. If you dug this review, don't forget to flick a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a great deal. And remember guys, a weekend watching movies is a weekend well spent. Thanks for watching.